Hey guys, so today, as you can tell by this title, I'm going to be talking about how I got over 1.8 million in scholarships. So I'm basically just going to give you a rundown of what scholarships are and then the merit scholarships I got versus other scholarships. And that's just something I wanted to point out. But first of all, I wanted to give a disclaimer. Anybody who's in this comment section posting racist comments or saying that I'm bragging is automatically going to get blocked because there's no excuse for racism, first of all. And second of all, you clicked on this video knowing what it's about. I'm going to give you all the specs or virtually all of the specs of my scholarships. And if you feel offended by that or inferior, that's a personal problem because you knew what you were getting into when you clicked the video. And I'm not going to be responsible for how you feel. So you made that personal choice. So now that that's out the way, I just wanted to say what scholarships are. So scholarships are essentially rewards for your academic performance or your community service involvement or your athletic performance. Is just awards for your performance. This differs from grants because grants, you don't necessarily have to do or prove anything to get a grant. Like, it's just given to you. It's granted to you. Money that's granted to you. Both do not have to be paid back generally. Well, scholarships don't have to be paid back, but I'm not sure if there are like any exceptions to that rule with grants, but I'm pretty sure you don't have to pay grants back either, only loans. So I sound out of breath and I don't even know why. I think it's my stairs because my stairs are just so steep, it's outrageous. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, so grants, like the FAFSA grant is just given to you based on your income and your EFC, which is your expected family contribution, which also plays a big role in scholarships, but I'll get to that later. So FAFSA, they just calculate your EFC, and off of that you could just get a grant. They don't know about your extracurriculars, what you do, who you are, apart from your social security number. They don't really care about that. They just want to see your income, and then they'll grant you $5,500. Whereas scholarships, you generally have to apply, or when you do apply to a college, you're automatically put into a draw for scholarships based on your accolades and how much they deem you worthy of a scholarship, because there are a plethora of ranges for scholarships. You could get anywhere from like a full ride to just full tuition to just like $1,000. It depends on the institution and what you have to offer. So the EFC is something that you fill out generally in the beginning of your senior year for high school students, and I think you have to do it every year throughout college. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but we're just talking about mainly for seniors or upcoming seniors. So when you apply for that, you just put in general information about your household, how much money your parents make. If you are independent, then you have a slightly different form, but I wouldn't know because I'm not independent. So you just fill out all of that information, boom, and then FAFSA drafts up an EFC or an expected family contribution for you. And this is how much your family is expected to contribute towards your college education every year. And this can make or break you for scholarships as well, because a lot of scholarships that give big money, I know the Jack Kent scholarship. And I'll be doing another video with just giving you say top 20 scholarships you should be applying to in your senior year. But this is more of an informational video about the specs of scholarships and in relation to me. So I know that the Jack Kent Cook Foundation, they ask specifically for your EFC, like a PDF of your EFC. So that can disqualify you from a lot of scholarships if you have say over 5,000. Every scholarship has different requirements, so you should definitely check that out and know your ESC before you waste your time applying to a scholarship you're not even eligible for. So now the big question, how did I get 1.8 million? Okay, so the 1.8 million is a summary of a summation of my merit scholarships. There are 3 types of scholarships: merit scholarships, which you get from schools, scholarships that are given directly to your financial aid office that you cannot touch, they don't go into your pocket, and then scholarships that can go directly into your bank account, like they give you a check or they give you cash. So a lot of people for my Twitter have been quoting, oh, congrats and all, but the fact that this girl can become a millionaire off of scholarships is ridiculous when we have people in poverty, or we have people who can't even afford school. First of all, I can't even, the 1.8 million, it doesn't even go in my pocket. because this is a summary of the money I've gotten from all of the schools that I applied to and obviously got accepted to. So I don't have 1.8 million in my pocket. That's absurd. And if that was the case, then everybody would just apply for college to get that money and drop out. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. So glad we cleared that up. Merit scholarships do not go in your pocket. They're just basically how worthy the college deems you, honestly. Like, a merit scholarship, if you get a full ride, it's just basically they calculate how much it costs to attend the school and they just give you all of that money. So say it costs $60,000 a year. So, and you attend that college for 4 years and they give you a full ride, you got $240,000 in merit scholarships, and that's what people tweet or whatever. So that money is not going in my pocket. You guys all worried about being Captain America and save everybody. Listen, it's not in my pocket. Relax. The $70,000 isn't in my pocket, but it is in my financial aid account, but I still can't touch that. That goes directly to the school. I don't have any control over that. And once you reach a certain benchmark of scholarships, the schools start reducing your aid. So you're never gonna, some scholarships you could end up getting a refund check, but it's never gonna be the exact amount. Like, say you get $70,000 in scholarships, but you only need $20,000 to pay for the remainder of your school expenses. You're not gonna get that $50,000 in your pocket. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna reduce the aid. The school is gonna reduce the aid that it gives you, and from some way and somehow they're gonna cut down the amount that you get, and you might end up getting like $2,000 back, if anything. So just wanted to clear that up. And then I have gotten a couple scholarships where the money goes directly to me and I deposit it into my account, or I spent it on something like a laptop or whatever. Just an example, but I didn't do that. It's in my account. Okay, so one of the biggest reasons that I got 1.8 million in scholarships was because of the schools that I applied to. I applied to quite a lot of top tier schools because I wanted to cast my net far and wide. I wanted to see where I could get in and have the best options for myself. I didn't limit myself because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to major in, and I wasn't sure where I wanted to go in America for college. So I just casted my net far and wide, as I previously stated, and just wanted to have the best options available so that I could really sit and think, okay, and narrow down my options. Okay, I don't want to go to this part. Oh, I don't really like the program. I don't like being on a semester system. I'd rather be on quarter, so on and so forth. You want to have as many options as possible for college. So how does applying to top tiers contribute to getting 1.8 million? Top tiers have a lot of famous and rich alumni, and they contribute back to the institution through really generous donations. Like, I'm talking like $2 million, $10 million, you know, they give back to their alma mater. And that's how those schools with those like $70,000 tuitions are able to give like $50,000 at least, or full tuition on average, to virtually every student that attends that institution, unless they're like millionaires themselves. But you know, that's usually like an exception. There aren't that many. So the fact that I applied to so many, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my laptops because I have my schools that I applied to down here. My Common App is open. So applying to those schools really added up to the amount that I got, which ended up being 1.8 million, because those schools have a lot of money to give. So they were generous, you know, and I'm gonna take it. So I applied to 20 schools, and one of the schools isn't on Common App. It's the University of Florida. You had to use Coalition. So, and Florida State. So that's 21 schools actually. So I applied to Florida State University, the University of Florida, Columbia University, Cornell, Dartmouth, Duke, Harvard, Hofstra, Howard, Johns Hopkins, Lynn, NYU, Nova Southeastern, Princeton, Stanford, Stetson, Swarthmore, UCF, UPenn, and Yale. So, you've watched the previous video and seen where I've gotten in and where I haven't gotten in. The only schools I didn't get into were Harvard, Yale, and UPenn, but I don't really count Yale or UPenn or Harvard, because I turned in those applications late, and honestly I prioritized my applications so that I did the ones that I felt I would really want to go to or had the most chance of going into first, and those schools were just at the bottom of my list. And look, it worked out because I didn't get in. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of those schools are really competitive or well known. So that's why I got so much money, because they have so much money to offer since their alumni is so rich, and they have just really they just have the means to give a lot of money. And it's already competitive to get into the school, and the school's tuition is like 80,000 versus like 20,000 a year for state schools. So of course their aid is going to be a lot better, because they're trying to produce productive members of society, and when those people go out, they often give back, as I previously stated. So I think I got 4 or 5 full rides. I know I got a full ride to Howard, and basically most of my state schools, because we have this thing called Bright Futures. So if you get a certain test score on your SAT or ACT, or if you do get your IB diploma, but we won't know that until July, you'll get your full tuition covered. And then there are a lot of other perks that come with that, because you might be eligible for certain scholarships that other people aren't eligible for because of your testing scores and having Bright Futures, so on and so forth. So now on to the portion about outside scholarships. As I put in my tweet, I'll link the tweet down below if you haven't seen it. I got over 70,000 in outside scholarships. How did I do that? Well, I applied to a lot of scholarships. A lot of people think that I just applied to like 10 and I got that much money. No, I was busting my booty applying to scholarships day and night, because I knew that my education was going to be expensive, and I didn't want to have to depend on my parents to pay for that. I don't want to put that type of economic burden on them, and it's just going to have a really big psychological impact on you, because you're thinking about, oh dang, my parents are 10,000 in debt because of me, so on and so forth. So I really didn't want to go through that. So I tried to put myself in the best position possible by applying to a lot of scholarships, and I won, I believe, 20 or anywhere from 17 to 20 scholarships, and I'm still waiting back to hear from a few. So I didn't really win a lot of small scholarships. I won a lot of big ones. I won the Coca-Cola scholarship. I won 20,000 from like my local Kiwanis chapter. I won 10,000 from the Simon Youth Foundation. I got 5,000 from other places, and then I got a couple 2,500 scholarships, and then 1,000, and then I believe 3 $500 scholarships. So off of that, I made like $3,000 for myself, because certain scholarships, as I said before, I give you a check. Oh, and I also got a laptop and a couple NFL tickets, football tickets. Like, applying for scholarships really does open a lot of doors for you, apart from the financial side, but also in terms of networking, because you could always go back to those people and be like, hey, I won your scholarship 7 years ago. I was wondering if you guys had any internship opportunities available, or if you guys could connect me with anybody, or if you just need any personal support. A lot of scholarships do offer that mentorship and just that guidance, because they do believe in you. If they didn't believe in you, you wouldn't have won the money or been the scholarship winner in the first place. So that's another perk of applying to scholarships. So yeah, just applying far and wide. I promise you, I got so many rejections before I got acceptances to scholarships. So don't let those rejections flooding in stop you from applying, because the very day I said I was going to stop applying to scholarships, I won $20,000 that very day. So don't get deterred. So don't get deterred by not winning or feeling like you're not good enough for the scholarship, or you don't meet all of their qualifications. Still apply, because you never know. Like my guidance counselor always used to tell us about this scholarship that was open for girls to write about their experience about something. I can't remember it exactly, but a boy applied and he won it. And then there was another instance where there was a scholarship, but not enough people applied, and it was only supposed to be like $200 for the prize, and then the winners ended up getting $1,000 because they expected more people to apply and to have more winners, but they didn't. So, you know, cast your net far and wide. do what you have to do to get your scholarships, and make sure that you prioritize your time. I'm an avid procrastinator, so a lot of my scholarships I was doing at 11:59 and I submitted it at 11:59. I mean, it worked out, but I don't recommend it. It's so much stress, and then you have your own schoolwork to worry about, you have college applications to worry about, and so on and so forth. So you really don't want to be under that kind of stress. So to conclude this video, I got 1.8 million in merit scholarships. Merit scholarships. That money is not in my pocket. I cannot run away to Colombia and start my own business with 1.8 million. It's just impractical, and I can't believe some of you guys like quoted my tweet with that. It's just absurd to me. Wow. Yeah, so merit scholarships are the offers that you get from institutions, the money that you're expected to get for 4 years. That amount can change based on your academic performance or compliance with this institution's rules. Like if you break the rules, or if you don't have a certain GPA, like your scholarship might be conditional, then that money is gonna go down the drain. Like they're gonna take it away and give it to somebody else who deserves it more, or it could increase with your involvement and just how much you benefit the institution. Then in outside scholarships from like other corporations such as Coca-Cola and other foundations, I got over 70,000, and then money in my pocket that is like written in a check to you or given to you in cash, I got roughly 3,000. So I hope I helped you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, because I'll be making a lot more videos throughout the year about my high school experience and giving you specs on scholarships, specific college applications, as long as you guys request it. You know, just let me know what you want to see. And again, all negativity, all ignorant comments will be blocked. Don't play with me. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you guys all have a nice day, night, week, morning, year, whatever time or time frame you need that positivity for. I'm here to give it to you. You know, just always believe in yourself and believe in your capabilities, okay? Until next time.